Hello everyone! My quest to complete my second Icebreaker solo and showcase LZ teleportation on Wave 7 with the Havok Trooper is all but complete. I can see the summit of this frosty, unforgiving hill. This video is the final piece of the puzzle. The ultimate footprint in the path before my Havok Trooper takes to the air and hovers her way to glory. The path has been long and arduous, full of rage, frustration, rage, way too many PS5 sound glitches, more rage, and some outright tantrums at times. But perhaps that's all coming to an end. As before, so again, I have my 4 to-dos. Destroy the barrier. Break the window. Destroy the canister.
Hostile territory, people. Secure this position and stay
Destroy
sharp.
the other canister.
This reminds me of
And prep to fire flat cannons through that far door to catch the first spawn. The plan for Wave 1? Kill them all and let the Archon sort them out. And do so without using anything more than a single ammo pack, if even that. Easy peasy. Or at least it was on every single run before this one. Seriously? A health pack and an ammo pack in Wave 1. I should have just scrapped it right there.
Get down!
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
One target still up.
All enemies clear. Keep it up.
Damn straight.
Find artifacts and return to the drop point. Marking first location on your HUD.
Got it. Destroyer!
Artifact recovered.
Shields are compromised.
This could go bad really quickly.
Lost shields.
Artifact is secure.
That traffic jam just cost me 2 more health packs.
Get down!
Fun.
Destroyer inbound. Out of the sky.
Nearly through. Got the drop. received. All artifacts secured.
Well, I'd feel a lot better about this wave if I hadn't burned that health pack in wave 1.
Out of the sky! Block line of sight!
3 more to go.
Shields are compromised. One target still up.
All clear for now.
Damn straight.
Wave 3. Krogan and kiting. We need 5 dead Krogan to pass go.
Fire up the jet!
So let's get to work.
Destroyer inbound! Destroyer! Get down!
That's all the Krogan dealt with. Now I continue my circuit, holding up in my defensive spot near LZ as much as I'm able to, before beginning the kite again and hunting down the sharpshooters.
Too hot to handle!
Here comes the wave of sinisterness, aka Wave 4. It's gonna be interesting to see what I get out of this with, since I'm already down 3 health packs.
Hydra! Destroyer! Grabbing cover!
Gonna try and siphon some health to save the health pack and draw enemies to this side of the map at the same time. Spoiler alert, it's not gonna work. And now I'm down 1 revive.
Enemy tech shut down.
Destroyer!
Almost done.
Lost shield!
Oh, this is a bad idea. Got it.
All enemy devices shut down.
Fucking
Good
Rangers.
job.
Shit! And there goes my second revive.
Ready to flatline.
Shield down!
Second ammo pack there to keep the paw going and drop the blaze.
3 more to go.
Lock line of sight!
Well, that could have gone much worse. 2 health packs and 3 revives going into Wave 5, and by extension going into Wave 6. That's shaping up nicely. As always, Wave 5 is camp and kill without moving to keep the Jenny dormant. So we'll run that in double time to get through it a little quicker and get on to Wave 6.
Other guy! Lost shield! Grabbing cover!
And since I'm a paranoid player, I'm gonna burn 1.5 extra minutes to drop the turrets and kill the Jenny from here without waking it.
Too hot to handle.
All
Destroyer
enemies clear.
inbound.
Keep it up.
Nice work.
Here we go. Wave 6!
Intel shows
Bosses
key
is good, I
enemy
can work with
personnel in
that.
area. Don't let them leave.
Understood.
But that's my least favorite starting position. It's open to enemy fire on all sides while you drop the target.
Lock
That's
line of sight.
never gone so smoothly.
We've
I
got
don't
a read
trust
on
it.
another priority.
Be on guard, linguist. Be on guard.
Shields down.
Teammate
Wow,
injured.
caught that one in the teeth. Third revive gone. 2 and 2 left to reach extraction. This is going nowhere good.
Shields are
There goes my
compromised.
4th health pack.
Get down.
Target eliminated.
Destroyer. Hydra. Shields down.
Third target down and full health again. I like it. Now to just keep it going. Easier said than done.
Shields down. Lost
Reading
shield.
flat line.
4th revive gone, 1 and 1 left.
Get down. Lock line of sight. Shields down. Hydra in play. Shields are compromised.
Teammate injured.
Last revive gone. 1 health pack remaining to get me to extraction.
Lock line of sight. Lock line of sight. Hydra.
This isn't any different than Wave 3, Linguist. No different at all. You've got this.
Destroyer.
Killing that Krogan is gonna bite me in the ass in a few minutes. On Wave 3, you want them gone as soon as possible to make the whole thing easier. But on Wave 6, they're the perfect final enemy while you get into position for Wave 7. 4th RPG, and would have done 5 as well, but that Observer got saucy. But back to the Krogan and setting up for Wave 7. The Krogan, like the Adis and other melee enemies, tend to seek you out no matter where you go on the map. Even if they can't actually attack you, they tend to path as close as they can get and then just kind of mill around and do nothing. Not all enemies do that, and like I said a moment ago, that fact is going to bite me in the ass. Last RPG since they're both together. At this point, I was like, finally! But I'm about to realize that these are the 3 worst enemies I could have had left over to prep for Wave 7.
Single enemy left.
Problem 1. Since the destroyer is such a tanky target, I have to weaken it to near death before I get into position to trigger Wave 7. Problem 2. Since I need the destroyer alive while I get into position, I have to get rid of its turrets, which means I have to burn even more time on top of having to get it to near death. Okay, now to get into position and realize problem 3. Wouldn't be a linguist solo without it, folks.
Destroyer!
Alright, step 1. Jump from LZ and grab that ledge. Step 2. Jump immediately and get to that snowdrift on the barrier there using a hover dash. You can aim directly for the target, but sometimes those stalactites can get in the way, so it's easier to aim for where those boxes meet the barrier, land on the edge, and then run directly across the barricade to the snowdrift. If you miss, like I did, of course I did, try to land as close to the barrier as you can and jump immediately. That's the ledge we're aiming for there. To reach it, you have to jump outward slightly and then dash towards it and clip onto the edge as the game tries to kick you back to the map. In classic linguist fashion, I missed it, but look where I ended up, right back on LZ. So if I'd stuck the landing, I'd be golden. At least until I realized problem 3 with the destroyer being my last enemy. Give it a minute, and we'll get there. But first we need to get back into position. Ah. Finally! Enter problem 3. Once you're off the map, the Jenny stops moving. So if it's pathing in some distant point of the map so that it can't chest blast you while you're getting into position, you're more than likely not going to be able to shoot and kill it once you're down here. Fuck. So now I'm going to burn what felt like an hour, but was really only about 7 minutes in game, which is still freaking sad, trying to get the Jenny into position while I get into position, trying to time my hovers for when the chest cannon is in cooldown. There's a slightly higher ledge there that you can climb onto, but you can't jump, that'll get you booted. And I was hoping that climbing up there would reduce the amount of obstacles between me and the enemy and hopefully let me kill the damn thing. But I wasn't able to trigger the climbing option consistently enough to actually press circle while it was up. And to think, if I just kept that frickin' Krogan alive, none of this would be happening. It would have pathed right up to somewhere near me, I would have shot it through the ground a couple times in its quad, and the solo would be over already. Alright, this is not where you want to land. I'm not near an edge. I'm on completely valid map space right in the middle of this area. I can be almost certain that when I try to trigger my LZ teleportation, I'm going to pop here instead. But at this point, I was like, fuck it, this has gone on way too long. I wasn't sure I was actually hitting the destroyer, so I tried climbing up again.
Enemies cleared. Stay alert.
Okay, so now, while I cry about how abysmally long that took, I should note that while I did map out how the LZ teleportation works here, I didn't discover this ledge on my own. I saw a video about it a couple of years ago when I was first getting into Andromeda. I don't remember whose video it was, but as it was Madawatt's videos that introduced me to Zero's Glass Room and Sandstorm's Rocks, it was probably one of his. And if that ends up being the case, you'll find a link in the description and a card in the corner for the relevant video. Now, with the proper teleportation setup, you jump in place at 2 seconds and pop on LZ to thunderous applause. But since I foobarred my setup, as is my way, I'm going to pop on the path right above me, so I'll need extra time to reach LZ. Here we go. And the crowd boos for good reason. Uh-oh, wrong way.
Grabbing cover.
Well, that's barely an improvement. But there you go.
All targets down.
My
Everyone
second
standing.
Icebreaker
Thanks for
solo.
having me.
The Havok Trooper's first. Shit show that it was, and an LZ teleportation that only worked when it didn't matter. Typical linguist. Now, let's take a look at that teleportation setup and that ledge in a little better detail, without a destroyer and a timer in the mix. Here we are, back in Icebreaker. If you want to practice this, load Bronze, Outlaw, and leave the Wave 1 Audi alive. I have already cleared out the other enemies, so now we're free to get a better look at Icebreaker's teleportation setup. So the goal is to get from LZ across the map and onto the hidden ledge underneath there without touching any valid parts of the map. That means ledge grabbing, lots of jumping and floating, and only ever landing on edges or boxes and such. That way, when you trigger the game's tether to kick you back to the map, it kicks you back to the last valid map point you were on, which will be LZ for extraction. Before we get into the actual teleportation, let's get a better look at the ledge. The easiest entry I found is right here. Just jump over and dash, and you're good. You can also do a straight jump from the snowbanks at the rear of the map, but I've found that even when you hit the ledge correctly, the game's tether still takes effect and kicks you out. While I'm still adjusting the teleportation strategy for other character kits, the ledge is a valid Wave 7 hidey hole for any character. Even Krogan, happily. In fact, the Krogan Gladiator can Annihilation Nova quite effectively from down there. That there is the ledge you saw me trying to climb onto during the match. I got my Krogan Gladiator up there once, but she got booted immediately, so I suspect the same thing would have happened to the Turians since they're a taller model as well. But humans fit up there just fine, not that there's any reason that you should need to climb up there. So that's the hidey hole covered. Now let's take a look at the teleportation setup. So while I was getting all of this finalized and dialed in and figuring out the strategy, I spent a good 2 hours just mapping out different routes to get to the hidey hole that would kick me back to extraction. And I actually found a couple different options. What I showed in the solo was the first best option that I found.
Out of the sky.
But when I rewatched the footage for clips for this, I realized I'd forgotten the better setup. Jumping to the roof there is also viable, and it puts you directly in line with those crates that I kept missing during the solo. So that there is the optimal path for the Havok Trooper to take. Jump to the roof, hover straight ahead, land on the end of the boxes, run along the barrier, and jump down into position. Job done. I did try using that small ledge right up there, which gives a little bit more defense as you're setting up. But since you're jumping from a slightly lower position, you often hit the roof as you try to hover across, which makes it not viable. But there you go. So now, hopefully, you young whippersnappers know what it's like to have to hover uphill, through the snow, both ways, to get a frickin' Icebreaker solo with a teleportation that works if you're not a linguist. Anyhow, from here, I'm going with a character that doesn't get a lot of use, at least not that I see. I'm going full combo, so less weapon damage than is optimal for a platinum, but it's a lot of fun. And hopefully, I'll have another solo for you sometime soon. But that'll be a video for another day. Until then, thanks for watching.